Hey y'all, game day is just around the corner, and whether or not you're rooting for my favorite team, the Kansas City Chiefs, or you're just here for the snacks, we've got you covered. Hey y'all, welcome back to our channel. It's Caitlin from the Carnivore Couple, and in this video, I'm gonna be sharing my top 5 game day appetizers that will make your taste buds cheer. You like that pun there? We're gonna be making crispy chicken wings, delicious chicken tenders, and did I mention I recently discovered how to make air fryer kielbasa bites, and they are now one of my favorite go-to appetizers. And of course, we can't forget about creamy beef queso dip, and then for our ketovores, some spicy jalapeno poppers. So let's get ready to make some delicious game day apps, and make sure to comment your favorite team down below. Let's get cooking. All right, y'all, so first up is chicken wings, but I gotta tell you, I'm not the chicken wing expert. This guy is.
Hey, all right, y'all, so let's make some game day air fried chicken wings. I don't know about y'all, but I like mine super crispy. Usually we get our chicken wings from Sam's Club and buy it in bulk because it's cheaper that way. But today we just got these from Walmart, so let's get cooking. All right, y'all, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and season these wings up. I'm using some Redmond's real salt, some table ground black pepper, some crushed red pepper, and I'm also going to use this awesome sugar-free Blazing Star all-in-one rub. Now the key here with all this seasoning is to create almost like a barbecue rub, which will create a bark which makes outside of those wings very crispy and crunchy. Alright y'all, let's throw these in the air fryer. On the Tastee Air Fryer, I have the app where I select juicy chicken wings and I go dark, so as dark as they'll go, and I go ahead and hit play. Alright, it's been about 25-30 minutes and my app is telling me that the chicken wings are done. So I'm going to see what they look like. Now they look really good and crispy, but they're not quite crunchy or crispy enough where I want them. So I'm going to throw them back in the air fryer on 400 for 5 minutes. All right, y'all, here's that finished product. These chicken wings are going to be awesome. I'm ready to dig in. Cheers. Super good. And I like to use Frank's Red Hot to top them, but you can use whatever you want. You can just eat them plain if you want, but they're really crispy, really delicious, and you can't beat good crispy game day air fryer wings.
All right, y'all, so next up is crispy chicken tenders, and this recipe is super simple and it only uses 3 ingredients: chicken, pork rinds, and Parmesan cheese. And if you would like a very detailed recipe on these, make sure to check the link in the description. But basically, you're gonna take your chicken tenders and you're gonna coat them in an egg wash and then dip them into a mixture of pork rinds and Parmesan cheese. It's really that Parmesan cheese that helps these chicken tenders get super crunchy and crispy. Then you put them in the air fryer on 400 degrees for about 8 to 10 minutes, and I gotta tell y'all, they are super crispy and delicious. This is one of our favorite chicken tender recipes. I also really like dipping these chicken tenders in 2 different sauces. The first one is sugar-free hickory jihu sauce. This is our favorite barbecue sauce that is sugar-free. And then next up, if you're looking for a Chick-Fil-A dupe, y'all, this is amazing. This is the famous clucking sauce from Jihu's. Now, unfortunately, this does have seed oils in it, so just be aware of that. But if you're looking for a Chick-fil-A, like almost exact sauce, this is the one. I'll put a link in the description. But if you want to make more of a Chick-fil-A sauce that doesn't have seed oils in it, you could do an avocado oil mayo with barbecue and mustard. So I'll make sure to put that recipe in the description, but it's not going to be as exact as this one. Look at that dad doing twin duty. All right, y'all, so this next recipe I recently just made. It is so delicious. It is Hasselback air fryer kielbasa bites. They are delicious. So Hasselback is just a fancy name for how we're going to cut up these kielbasa bites, but basically we're going to make tiny little cuts all along the kielbasa, and this is going to allow the sauce we're going to make to really seep into the kielbasa, but also as these cook, all of those edges are going to get super crispy and kind of flare out. Next, we're going to top the kielbasa bites with a mayo mustard barbecue sauce. I use 1/4 cup avocado oil mayo, 1 tablespoon of stone ground mustard, and 3 tablespoons of sugar-free hickory jihu's barbecue sauce. Now it's time to coat our kielbasa bites with our sauce. Now this is kind of the messy part. There's no really non-messy way to do this, so I just dip my kielbasa bites into the sauce and then I use a pastry brush to help the sauce get into all of the crevices, because this is going to help the kielbasa get nice and crispy. Finally, I'm going to put these in the air fryer on 400 degrees for about 10 to 12 minutes. This is seriously one of the easiest game day appetizers. Alright y'all, so here are those Hasselback air fryer kielbasa bites. They smell so good. Look at all the little ridges that opened up as we cooked them in the air fryer, and those are so crispy and delicious with that mustard mayo barbecue sauce on there. And I did save some of our leftover sauce as the dipping sauce. So let's go ahead and give these a taste test. Get some sauce on here. There's a reason why these have become one of our go-to appetizers for parties or game days. So delicious. The kielbasa itself is kind of smoky, and that mixes so well with kind of the tangy mustard and that barbecue sauce. If y'all try one recipe, make sure to give these a try. They are amazing. All right, y'all, so you know you can't have game day without a delicious queso dip. So for recipe number 4, we're gonna make a traditional beef queso dip. Now, whenever you're trying to make a cheese dip on a low-carb diet, the tricky part is finding a way to make your cheese dip thick enough. So for this recipe, after I have 1 pound of ground beef all browned up and drained, it's time to move on to the cheese sauce. So I find that using a 1-to-1 ratio of cheese to cream really gives you a solid start to a nice and creamy queso. So for this recipe, I wanted to make a lot of queso, so I started with 1 cup of cream and 1 cup of extra sharp white cheddar cheese. So first, I'm going to heat my cream on medium-low, just enough to melt that extra sharp white cheddar cheese. After the cheese is all melted, I'm going to bring my temperature back down to low, and as I cool the cream off a little bit, it's going to start to thicken. But you may find you want it to be even thicker, so for that, you have 2 other options. All right, y'all, so for thickeners for our beef queso dip, you have 2 different options that you can use, or you could even use both. The first one is cream cheese. So I'm actually going to start with this. I'm going to add half a block of cream cheese and then kind of see where my thickness is. But if you ever find that just using this isn't thick enough, or if you don't want to use cream cheese at all, you could even use a 1/4 teaspoon of xanthan gum. You just sprinkle it over your entire cheese dip and it thickens it up really quick, just as if you're using cornstarch and water. If you've ever used that before in a gravy or a dip or something like that, this works in a very similar way. So here's where I'm at with my consistency so far. It's still just a little bit runny, and this is after adding some cream cheese to it. So I am gonna add just a 1/4 teaspoon of xanthan gum because I do want it to be more of a traditional beef queso type of texture. I don't want it to be super runny. So after adding my xanthan gum, it thickened right up. So then I just added some salt, pepper, and my ground beef, and look at this creamy, delicious queso. Perfect for game day. All right, y'all, so our cheese dip is looking absolutely amazing. That xanthan gum really helped to thicken it up wonderfully. But if you do want a little bit of extra spice and you're more so keto or ketovore, you can add one more thing to this to just put it over the top. So one other thing you could add is some rotel tomatoes with green chilies. But if you do choose to add these, make sure to drain them first because you don't want to ruin the consistency of the cheese queso that we just spent so much time making. It's so good. All right, y'all, so last but not least, for our ketovore friends, we've got some spicy jalapeno poppers. Here's how you make them. So first, I'm going to cut my jalapenos in half, and then with a spoon, I'm going to scrape out all of the seeds because this is where we're going to put the cream cheese mixture. Next, it's time to make the filling. I use 1 block of cream cheese, half a cup of Parmesan cheese, and then I like to add 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, and half a teaspoon of black pepper. Now, I know it might seem weird to add salt to this mixture, but it really does add some flavor to your filling. Finally, it's time to stuff these jalapenos with the cream cheese mixture, and we're almost ready to throw them in the oven. All right, y'all, so here are the jalapeno poppers. We're gonna go ahead and throw these in the oven on 400 degrees for about 20 to 25 minutes, or until these jalapenos are soft and cooked all the way through. Y'all, don't these just look so good? Creamy, delicious cheese. Let's go ahead and give one a little try. Spicy, creamy. If you're keto or ketovore, definitely a must make for game day for sure. Everyone will thank you. All right, y'all, so there you have it. Some seriously delicious recipes to keep your game day or any day tasty and on track. From crispy chicken wings to our cheesy beef queso dip, these recipes will have you coming back for more. And don't forget to drop a comment with your favorite recipe, or even let us know who you're rooting for this season. And remember, the key to any weight loss journey is just taking it one day at a time, finding meals that help make this journey sustainable, because we are in this for the long haul. So keep having fun. I hope y'all enjoy your game day, and as always, stay strong. Are you looking to make some crispy chicken tenders for your game day or party? Make sure to click on this video. I'll see you guys in the next one.